conference on the issue and has held 3 town hall events in August. But Wednesday night, he'll speak directly to members of Congress, and the president's expected to target liberals inside his own party. California Democrat Congresswoman Maxine Waters is a member of the Congressional Black Caucus, which supports a robust public option plan. Congresswoman Waters, we keep hearing from the White House that a public option should not be a make or break part of this health care reform debate. What's your view?
Well, of course, I know that the president has supported public option. He campaigned on public option. He would rather have public option, and he's got to understand that he's got the support from a good number of members of Congress in the Progressive Caucus, the Black Caucus, the Tri-Caucus, and others for a public option. He's got to understand that we're there, we're going to be with him, that he has support from his base for a public option. And I think, even though he's getting pressure from the insurance companies and those people who do not want any competition, that he can move forward and engage in this fight, because we can win this fight.
If the president ends up on the position of saying, look, we can't do a public option immediately in order to get the votes in the other chamber, in the Senate, we're going to have to do something like a trigger where we give the insurance companies a few more years beyond 2013 to get their house in order, and then if they don't, then we trigger the public option. Do you believe that the progressives in the House would go along with that?
I can't speak for everybody, but I can tell you this. I don't think any of us are willing to give the insurance companies 5 more years or more to continue to rip off the American public. Americans are paying high premium costs. They're paying high deductibles and high copayment costs. And they're still being denied claims after paying premiums for years once they put the claims in to cover the health care that they need. We're not willing to continue that.
What do you make of what's going on in the other chamber in the Senate? I mean, clearly the votes are there in the House to pass a public option bill right now if you wanted to, and you're looking up and seeing so much of what the president's doing to try to get 1 or 2 Republicans and how much he's trying to reach out for bipartisanship. How frustrating is it to you that with all the work your chamber has done, you look up at the other chamber and it looks like things just are gummed up?
Well, it should be obvious to everybody now that the president is not going to get any real support from Republicans on this issue. It is not simply about health care. They want to stop him. They want to bring him down. It's political, and he's not going to get their support. He needs to use the skills of parliamentary procedure in order to do budget reconciliation and move this bill with the majority vote. He can do that.
Is there a fear, though, that that perhaps, I mean, the White House expresses that if they try reconciliation because of a variety of reasons and rules, it's like you can essentially make it Swiss cheese based on the number of amendments that can be attached in the process. When they say, look, we may not be able to do it through reconciliation, that the idea of sort of jamming this through and having the bill at the end that looks anything remotely like what the House passes would be very difficult. How does that make you feel? Do you believe them? Do you feel that this is, I mean, give us your sense of things.
I don't believe that the president and those who care about the American people and their ability to have credible reform should be deterred from their efforts with the threat that, oh, maybe it'll get worse, maybe you can't do it. If we fight, we can win. We need to make a fight on this issue. This is extremely important, not only to the base of people who supported putting Democrats in the majority. This is something that we must do because people are suffering. The amount of income disproportionately paid by those who are out there paying premiums every day, every week, every year is just unconscionable to not give them the kind of support that they need.
California Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters. She's a member of the Congressional Black Caucus. Congresswoman Waters, thanks so much for coming on. We look forward to talking to you later this week and maybe even on Wednesday night following the president's speech. And thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It is a bleak picture for famed photographer Annie Leibovitz. She has until midnight to pay back a $24 million loan or risk losing the rights to her entire life's work. Leibovitz was sued in July for breach of contract. She may be forced to file for bankruptcy protection.